Paving this shit crank.
Hey you guys, how you doing? I know my channel is supposed to be on human trafficking, but it's also about crimes against women, children, just crimes against people also. So I am going to concentrate on human trafficking, but I also want to bring stories when there are crimes, senseless crimes against people, so please bear with me during this time. If you hear any background noise, this is my little pooper. He's messing with his toys and that's who he is, Mr. Noisy. So we have a story here. Missouri mom is allegedly stabbed to death by her children's dad, who emerged from the house saying call 911. So hey you guys, how you doing? This is a story that's really sad to me. It's really heartbreaking because it ties into what I've been saying. People don't understand the word no. I don't want to be with you, move on. It was nice, but we don't seem to be compatible anymore. So, just basically move on. You can't force anybody to love you that don't want to love you. So some people have a hard time with no, and if I can't have you, nobody else can. So this is a story out of Missouri. Mom allegedly stabbed to death by children's dad who emerged from the house saying call 911. Okay, we're going to get into the story. The victim had 1-year-old twins with her alleged killer. And this story was reported on January 29th, 2021, around 10:15 a.m. by Chris Harris. And she's a beautiful woman. She really is. And I feel really bad, and my condolences go out to the family. Let's get into this story. Every time I turn around, something always has a pop-up on it, and it is so annoying to me. So bear with me, you guys, okay? I'm sorry about this. So it says authorities in Missouri have arrested a 38-year-old man alleging he fatally stabbed his 33-year-old ex-girlfriend, a mother of his children, in the basement of his parents' Overland home. Wow. So he didn't have a home of his own? Online records confirmed that Christopher Forrest was charged this week with first-degree murder and armed criminal actions. He is being held on $500,000 cash bond, and it was unclear Friday if he had entered pleas to the charges or was represented by an attorney who could comment on his arrest. Okay, this is the problem that I'm having. Let's say he's guilty. Why are you even giving him an option to bond out until his court date? Do you not know that he can flee? Okay, but let's say he's not guilty. Okay, still hold him. It's kind of a toss-up. Still hold him until you get all the evidence that you need. Don't just let him go, because if there's that slight chance that he's guilty, he can flee to another country and disappear, and then there'll be no justice for the family. Now the children don't have a mom or a dad, so now what? My condolences go out to the family, and I just pray that them kids were not there. Let's go. Ferris, according to a report in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, which city's police allege murdered Crystal Lynn McCandless on Tuesday. The fatal wound, an autopsy revealed, was delivered to McCandless' neck. So what did he do to her neck? Did he slice it? What? You're not really saying. Overland Police Chief Andy Mackey spoke to the paper and said that McCandless and Ferris had been a couple that had children together. Those children were not present for the killing. That's good news, but still, they're without a mom and without a dad, so it's still just as bad. Officers were dispatched to Ferris' parents' resident when witnesses called 911 moments after Ferris came running outside asking that someone call 911, stating, this is what I'm saying, stating, we're dying. Who's we? Wow. I don't know what's in his head, so I can't speak on it, but he appears to be the type of person that did not want to let her go. So This is what happens when we get into these relationships where a person don't want to let you go or can't move on or think that there's nobody else out there in the world other than you. They allegedly found Francis in the basement, Forrest, in the basement kneeling over McCandless's unresponsive body. A box cutter and knife were located nearby. So that means he probably stabbed her up being mad. Ferris had a Ferris had cut his own wrist and neck, says police. Those self-inflicted injuries were minor. So he tried to probably cut himself and say she did it. Okay. And see, with all the technology today, you really can't get away with this bull crap anymore. That's what I like about the technology to capture criminals. The mother of four lived in nearby St. Anne with her children. She and Ferris were parents to 1-year-old fraternal twins. McCandless had two other daughters, 13 and 10, the Post-Dispatch reports. This is so sad. These kids have to deal without their mom. And to hear that their dad is a killer. One of McCandless' sisters, Jessica McCandless, spoke to the paper and said Christopher repeatedly called her that day, trying to get her to come over, even though she had broken up with him. Yep. That's it. He couldn't take the rejection. He couldn't take her not wanting to be with him anymore. So he felt like, if I kill you, nobody else can have you. But that was stupid, because you still don't have her. And now you're possibly behind bars for the rest of your life. Or they may even give you the death penalty. She was friends with everyone. Very outgoing. Jessica McCandless said, our family was not very fond of him. We did try to express that to Crystal. I think she felt the same way too. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched to help cover the cost of Crystal's funeral, with the remaining monies earmarked for her children. So, oh my God, this is so horrible. This is horrible. Because she didn't want you, you killed her. Why couldn't you just walk away and just accept the loss? So that's why I'm saying, ladies, please be careful, because I don't want to read a story about you talking about the same thing. If you got a guy in your life and he seems extremely possessive, or when you start dating him and he's overly possessive, that's not cute. That's giving you a warning sign right there that you're going to have trouble when you tell that dude, hey, take a hike. Or even if you say it in a nice way, he's going to do something to try to hurt you, because these men today cannot take rejection. That reminds me of this story in New York that recently happened, where this lady went into a store and she very politely told the gentleman, no thank you, I appreciate it. And these idiots went out there and beat the dog snot out of her, and one guy tried to bite her eyeball out. This is what I'm saying, ladies. You have to protect yourself. I'm sorry. You better get yourself a gun and do it get it licensed. Don't just go carrying no unlicensed gun. Pepper spray and mace, depending on how the wind is blowing, it could blow back at you and you could become a victim of your own pepper spray. Get yourself armed and trained on how to take these fools down. You ain't got to kill them, but honey, blow a kneecap out. And that way it'll give you a chance to run. They're not going to run very far, because they're going to be holding that knee, and it'll give you a chance to call the police. So you guys, until next time, please be safe. Keep checking on your family members and making sure that they're okay. Don't let days go by before you check on them, because you never know what can happen in between those 2 days. So until next time, you guys, stay prayed up, stay safe, and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and please hit that thumbs up for me, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, take care of yourself, okay? Bye bye.